Hello, my name is Maria Fernanda Laura Lopez. I am a student of the Chemical Engineering career of the Gabriel René Moreno Autonomous University. And today I want to tell you a little about my career and the inclination I have to choose as electives those that are oriented to food. The chemical engineering career after Gabriel René Moreno Autonomous University, according to the latest accreditation through Mercosur, has 10 semesters, a total of 54 subjects. The labor field of this profession is quite broad and in great demand in many industrial sectors. Therefore, both have several elective subjects such as in the food area, technology of milk and derivatives and technology of fats and oils. In the area of gas and oil, petrochemicals and gas and oil process. In the area of environment, treatment of industrial effluents and recycling of solid waste. It also has metallurgy and dewatering and drying technology. I want to place more emphasis on the food area because perhaps in the future it will be the area in which I specialize for many reasons. The graduate of food chemical engineering is capable of developing and improving process for human and animal consumption. He is a professional who has scientific, technical, humanistic, and administrative knowledge that allows him to dancing, has the ability to analyze and solve problems, has skills in the management of laboratory equipment, has tools to participate in the development of research projects. Also, its labor market is very large, and you can also have the opportunity of undertake on your own and create innovative products that can be healthy and thus nurture the population. In the course of my career, I hope one day to work or create a company for the production and sale of vegetable milk. To be related in some way to it, and also another issue that catches my attention is the process of making beer. But why milk or vegetable drinks? Milk and its derivatives have been part of our diet since the cow was domesticated several millennia ago. Some scholars place it around 10,000 years ago. But more and more voices are calling attention to the potential adverse effects that we may have, that we are the only animals that drinks milk throughout life. Each meal has a specific composition for each species and is different from the other species. So when we talk about drinks or animal milk, we are talking about a food that the female manufactured for her species, for her group. These foods of mammals are only for the lactation period. They feed on milk until they start to eat meat or vegetables. So are all mammals, and now when we talk about men, it is the same, it should be the same, but it happens that there are a series of installed customs implanted with which they were training us, educating us about drinking the milk of other species, and that is sometimes aberrative to be taking the milk of other species through life that is not logical. Nature has not manufactured the milk of other species for consumption of human beings or vice versa. This also what the advertising and marketing behind it, which we have been listening to for years and years in several generations. And despite the benefits that many nutritionists point out, that meal has gained a bad name and has gone from being a source of calcium and vitamins to a source of controversy. We must make something clear because meal is nutritional and beneficial for health, but perhaps it is not as necessary has been said throughout these years. Now speaking specifically of the country. According to what an investigator in the most recent articles of this year, they indicate that the per capita consumption of milk in Bolivia is 63 liters per year, a low figure compared to the 106 liters recommended by the World Health Organization. Bolivia produces 1,850,000 liters of milk per day, and the Department of Santa Cruz produces 1,200,000 liters of milk per day, which corresponds to 60% of the national production. The percentage of production and demand for milk production during the quarantine fell by 20% due to the paralysis of social programs such as school breakfasts and lunch, among others, due to the quarantine due to the COVID-19 pandemic. In addition with the closure of schools, the demand for dairy production decreased. It is information that is found on the consumption of animal milk in Bolivia, but I did not find recent articles on the consumption of vegetable milk in the country. It is that people usually do not know them. There is not a large company that produces all types of vegetable milk in the country. Although there are in our country those we produce almond milk or other milk such as this is the case of Vibra Bolivia, Naturela, Organic, Flavor, and some vegan product stores. These producers are very small and produce at an artisanal level, so it is impossible to obtain much information. The direct competitors producers of no-dairy milk are soy and almond milk, eggs, and almond milk grain food. Indirect competitors would be the producers of coarse milk such as La Serenísima, Sancor, Nestlé, etc. But normally these bottles of almond milk like eggs, for example, contain only 3%, 30% almonds, and the rest is water, additives, and thickening gums. They are not organic. But normally this bottle of almond milk like others, for example, contain only 3% almonds and the rest is water, additives, and thickening gums. They are not organic. And well, the crazy idea that I have had for a long time is to start producing milk vegetable drinks in artisanal way because I consider that the preparation is not so complicated and then over time. And with the studies, knowledge, experience that I acquired throughout my career, if things go well to work in a company where they produce vegetable milk and will know maybe found it from scratch. In a context where cow's milk loses more and more power and market cereal milk, oats, rice, quinoa, legumes, soybeans, legumes, soybeans, peas, oilseeds and seeds, walnuts, almonds, canary seed, sesame, or fruits such as coconut. They will be presented as the first convenient and healthy substitutes not only because they carry a large amount of vitamins, but they can also be fortified in calcium, matching the benefits of cow's milk. They do not contain cholesterol, provide a lower amount of calories and fat than cow's milk. Ensure that they do not have transgenic or genetically modified components and are healthy for the heart, improving the cardiovascular system. On the other hand, its production is really simple. It is not necessary to have large areas of land and does not involve the exploitation of animals for its production. On the other hand, the production of almond milk involves a less intensive use of water, specifically 77% less.